on EMini futures. We are looking into the NASDAQ 100 index futures. Today is Saturday, April 8th, looking into the week of April 10th. We have FOMC next week, so be careful. Look into my previous videos on how to trade on FOMC days. But pretty much played out as planned. I've been talking about this bear channel for a long time. And on this bear channel, it did sell off here. So let's dive into there. So it did take a short here and covered right around here. So the reason I covered there is actually I got stopped out on a trailing stop. I had the plan to cover here at 12,936, but that had been a very good trade, so I started trailing it and did get stopped out. I could not get this bottom here as a long, so missed that, and I do not have any trades going into next week. What do I see myself? And if I zoom out, if you look at these head and shoulders pattern here, these are the shoulders, these are the head. That's the area I've been talking about, and we did get a strong sell-off from there, but this is the area that is still holding as a support. So my money is that we are going to test this area again, because that's where the sell-off happened, and hence I'm interested to add a level here right around that. The reason behind that is, if we look into the weekly, I think maybe it'll be a little less choppy. Okay, so if you look at the weekly, that's the bottom here. That's the level I'm talking about, and that's the next level. So we are right there. We sold off, and we are now trying to we really sold off here. That's the right level there, and that's a very strong area. So I'm looking between those two areas, and I would like to, so if you see here, it really sold off the week before, and this week there was nothing much, because that is that's the week I'm talking about, 4/3, and would like to see what we will see next week, because it tried to sell off and there had been some orders here, but this is where sellers showed up and they pushed through. Buyers are pretty much exhausted here, because if buy would have been here, they would have completely pushed through that whole week range and gone up. So that is like a kind of divergence between NQ and ES here. I am definitely bullish on ES. I am not so bullish on NQ. If NQ starts selling off and ES follows, I'll change my bias towards bullishness and just follow the market. That's one of the primary reasons why I do not have any trade going into next week, and I want to see what happens in the regular trading hours. So I wanted to call that out. So let's see what happens here. I hate forecasting, but here I'd like to say that it will try to go all the way up here, which is 13,265. So 13,260 to 13,300 level, and we'll test that again. And if it breaks out, I'll go for a long, but if it doesn't, I'll give it some cooling points, 40-50 cooling points, and then I'll take a short, and then I'll target these levels. That's my plan going into next week. I'm going to keep it very simple. I'll not trade FOMC minutes, and most probably either will put a trade towards the end of the week, that is Thursday or Friday, so skip Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday completely. Depending on where the price action is, I would trade Thursday, Friday, or put in the early part of the week and get out before FOMC minutes. That's what my plan is. So let's see. The levels stay as well, and this played out perfectly well, the bear channel. So let's see what we get going into next week. That's all I had. As always, keep your stop losses tight, your losses small, and your profit at large.